All right. Hmm. All right. So we're gonna make comments directly onto this sidebar here. Actually, how do you do this? Am I in the wrong?
You have to click in the bottom where it says join conversation and write hola. Write your comment
I see.
here. And then you hit post.
Yeah.
See? It's very easy.
All right. So, Rame, it's going to be your responsibility after we hang up to export all these comments
Okay,
and put them in the proper timeline. Okay.
got it.
Let's start with just a general observation before we get into this. A couple of general things so that we're on the same page. It might be repetitive to what you know, but let's just say it for the sake of saying it. Okay.
Okay.
So, as Cesar mentioned, we're seeing a raw document here, essentially, that's piecing together all the sequences with what they believe are the better cuts of the different takes that were done. Number one. Number two, nothing has been colorized, nothing has been put through the proper sound edits, and the transitions are very rough there. They're very, very rough until we get to the next phase. So
Well, for the sake of preview and for ease of access, this version that we're watching here on Zoom, and I want this to be on the recording as well. This version was brought down to 1080p so we could watch it easier and have it in Dropbox, as well as got colorized so we had a sense of more of a normal scenario and we wouldn't be distracted by the flat image of the video itself.
yeah. By the way, this video is likely not going to be shared with anybody. It's for our internal posterity.
It's not going to be shared with anybody.
Right. So we can make whatever comments we want. This is
Right.
our internal look at the film.
We're the only three allowed in here right now. So unless otherwise specified.
Just one thing you don't know is that Cesar wants to start the film with a cute flourish that shows like an animation, I think, of a nail, ching with a name, ching, like nail. A nail is an animated nail is being nailed throughout the parts where the credits are popping in. So that's sort of the concept that I understand we want to do to give it a short, a cute start. Okay.
But do you think we should do this? I know it's nitpicking. Do you think we should do it with a horizontal nail or with a vertical nail? Instead of the nail coming up, we should have the nail go to the side because the nail is on the wall. So it should be sideways.
That's a discussion. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
See, all these little details of aesthetics.
So let's put that as the first comment. Let's put that as the first comment.
No, I wouldn't put it there because it's not.
No, this is gonna. Remember, Rami has to transfer this
right
to the document. Should the animated?
I mean, yeah, because right now what Cesar is looking for is pretty much our feedback on this, not on the other stuff yet.
Be vertical or horizontal? Be shown vertical or horizontal?
Okay, Rami, I was showing Manny. I got Fruit Loops protein shakes.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
Hey, hold on. Where are you into? Because I see that you're in the Dropbox, but how did he access this comment section? Because I'm trying to get into Dropbox, but it just takes me to download.
Oh no, you have to go up. Then if you look at the menu, once you go into the menu up, it's gonna say transcript comment. You have to click on so it opens full screen.
Okay, let me.
Click
It's
open.
loading. Oh, okay, got it here, the comment section.
There you go.
Excellent, thank you.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, interestingly enough, the film comes out to 16 minutes, 37 seconds, more or less. First thing that I noted.
Yeah, well, with the credits and everything, it might hit 18 minutes.
Oh, the color, it's so good.
Nice.
Oh my god, looks choppy as hell with a screen share.
That house was definitely for us. It was the best price that I've seen.
Right, because we have money growing from trees. I mean, even if it wasn't foreclosure, we'd be priced out of buying a house.
Look, with 2 jobs and a
All right, so there was a little bit more tension in the stare down. In this part right here, in this part right here at the 37-second mark,
Mm-hmm.
Rame, if you recall, I think.
Yeah, and
Eighty.
she didn't drop it as soon as she arrived. Here it seems like it's one continuous motion, but she pauses and she stares them down.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go back a little bit. There's a little bit of tension that's missing. Which a few seconds of staring type tension is missing from this exact moment. Not sure if we can.
I think the scene can be stretched if we go back and forward at them just going from her frame to the couple's frame and then going back and forth maybe like 3 times so that they're just looking at each other and all of a sudden she just goes pop and then puts the sold sign.
Okay, not sure if we
They
can.
just keep looking at each other to make it an uncomfortable silence. Just put that there. Tension and uncomfortable silence.
And actually, because it's not as clear here,
But don't let it linger for too long. Maybe just for like 3 seconds.
yeah, a few additional seconds. Okay.
Because I think it'd be kind of cool if you hear this like
Oh, it was there. It was there. That tension
Yeah.
was there.
yeah, but if you put the musicalization in the bottom and you feel them getting all happy, and then when she comes out at that one moment where
Wait,
she starts staring them down, we go silent. It makes for more engaging and immersive because
Efra, let's hold off on the music and sound considerations a little bit, maybe. I think. Although I'm going to tell you that This is the part where I haven't given it enough thought, so I'll call it for now. I'm struggling. By the way, not in a bad way. It's not like I'm struggling, like, oh my God, I don't know. No, it's very simple. I'm sure that you and Rami might even have ideas on the sound musical tension of this component. But I do think that it's rushed. I do think that this lady scene was a little bit, there was a little bit more tension, a few more seconds, so that the proper tension. Also, she does turn around. She does turn around one time more before. Let me see if she does it. Let me see how she does it here.
They cut back to this frame, so they missed it.
Yeah,
Even at the door,
Definitely for
she was a little bit longer there.
Yeah.
So she does kind of like have a double take and then keep walking, and then she goes into the door.
there was a double take where she turns around to almost make fun of them. That appears to be missing here. Overall, can you see me as I'm typing or no?
We can still see you. We don't see you typing.
Barely. I see like the comment box, but I don't see anything there. Like it's very little.
Well, Rami, look at your screen. Oh, so you only have one screen. I got three screens, so it's like I got the movie on the other screen. I'm looking at the comments.
I put it there. Oh, actually, let me edit. This is at the 34-second mark.
Oh, got it. I was scrolling down. I thought it would upload
No,
like that.
it puts
Yeah.
the most recent one up.
Got it.
Es al revés, todo australiano.
All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. I like how this thing moves back and forth a little bit. That was good. Yeah, those
that
are
book is
the-
definitely for us. It was the best price that I've seen.
Right, because we have money growing from trees.
I like their.
I mean,
how
even
they
if it
act.
was in foreclosure, we'd be priced out of buying a house.
Look, with 2 jobs and a little bit of sacrifice, I mean,
Could you
That's
take the
enough.
little cursor
I
hand
manage the
off?
finances and I'm telling you, we can't afford an apartment, let alone a house.
I'm so
In that frame right there, I would have
Lack of
finished with
faith.
him though. And there's enough time where you could finish his reaction when he's doing the hand gesture, speaking with her, and then cut back to her. Because it kind of like cuts
I know.
off when he's talking.
with 2 jobs and a little bit of sacrifice, I mean,
That's enough, Gabriela. I manage the finances and I'm telling you, we can't afford an apartment, let alone.
I wonder if I think we cut off his hands a little bit.
I mean, even if it was in foreclosure, we'd be priced out of buying a house.
look, with 2 jobs and a little bit of sacrifice, I mean,
That's enough, Gabriela. I manage the finances and I'm.
The hands are missing there, right?
Well, it's at the
a
end
little
when
bit of sacrifice, I mean,
That's enough, Gabriela. I manage the finances and I'm telling you, we can't afford an apartment, let alone a house.
I would have done a
I'm
J
so
cut
tired of
there.
your negativity and lack of faith.
it would have been right at the reaction when she has a little bit of a face and then she goes, "I'm so tired of your negativity."
I would
Unless
have
you like it like this, that you have more of a facial
And
expression
lack
from
of
her
faith.
end.
see like right there. There's a J
Hey, the
cut
pipe-
on that part.
There's a what?
A J cut. Basically, there's audio that's overlapping between the conversation and the image. So when they switch from one camera to the other camera, like if you scroll back 3 seconds, like when she starts saying, if you have a little bit, okay, go back a little bit. No, back a little bit more.
For an apartment, let alone a house.
Okay,
I'm
right
so
there,
tired of your negativity and lack
right
of
there. No, it was on the other. It was a little bit further before. Back. See, that's a J cut when she's talking, and you can see that you still hear her voice, but you see the camera switch. That's
That's enough,
basically.
Gabriela. I manage the finances and I'm telling you, we can't afford an apartment, let alone a house.
I'm so tired of your negativity
No,
and
no,
lack
it's
of
further
faith.
back.
To buy a house.
Look, with 2 jobs and a
Right
little
there.
bit
If you can hear her audio, but you switch to red, as right what he's saying, if we can a little bit further, it's like 3 frames up. You can hear her voice, but you can see his reaction instantly when he's trying to get back at her.
I mean,
Así
That's
no,
what
también
right
eso-
there. Like right there, when he starts talking, switch to him instead of going from. It's like three.
Why
Like
don't you add your comment there?
what second is that?
This is at the 57-second mark.
57-second mark.
I don't notice.
Cut.
The only thing I notice is that it, I don't know if we're missing it, but we're cutting a hand expression as well. I would put here, it feels like this, we need to pull back a little bit on this scene so we could see his hands more completely. Because that his hand gesture, I know that we're trying to keep it consistent to the size of the faces throughout, but we're kind of missing the hand gesture that is it's kind of cool.
Yeah, the body language is very expressive.
Yeah.
It's a second form of language there.
I'll add the body language thing. You put the J cut thing, Ifra. So it's the 50.
I'm sending you an explanation of what a J cut is, so you can start learning film.
All right, I'm posting that. You can add your version.
Actually, I got it. I got it wrong. It's not the J cut; it's the L cut.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh, ho,
Oh,
ho.
I mean, it's just that L and J are
Bobby.
inverted. It's
Oh,
the same
Bobby,
thing.
you were busted.
Hey,
Busted. I'll be right back.
because it's not after the it's not playing the audio of the following scene. It's playing the audio from the previous scene. He understands what I mean.
The continuance is like
Yeah, right. Because I think it would look better if she's talking and then we switch to him faster than what it's switching now.
yeah, in real time.
Yeah.
Not yeah.
I mean, it actually makes it feel more like he's interrupting her than what it does now. I mean, I'm sure that's just basically very minimal, but if we're gonna be
Yeah.
nitpicking at this, we're gonna nitpick the whole thing, you know?
Well, we have to. There's only what, like less than 20 minutes worth of video, so they
Right.
might as well get it right.
We gotta make it impactful. Where did Manny go?
He said he was gonna be right back.
I'm right here because I'm lapping. I was just running around the house, making laps around the house, making fun of Efrain.
Of course.
All right.
It's a red letter day when he can pick on me.
All right, where are we going?
Después no chille cuando yo empiece.
All
Keep
right,
going.
finances, and I'm telling you, we can't afford an apartment, let alone a house.
I'm so tired of your
See,
negativity.
right there, that's where he did the J cut.
Efrain, you mean the J cut or the L cut?
No. See that where I told you to put the L cut, it needs to go there. But the one scene where you can hear Red talking and see what's her name?
Vivian.
Vivian got me.
You see Vivian? Would you see how the audio kept going, but then you see her face? That is a J cut. I'm just trying to show you a real world example of what a J cut is versus the L cut, which is the opposite direction.
All right. Just continue.
And there's Norman's car.
Okay, the prices are gonna go down and we're gonna get lucky.
But you're driving a nice car for being such a broke ass couple.
They're not a broke ass couple. They can't afford a house. It's different. So I guess I guess at that moment where we see all those houses, that's just like a transition.
Yeah.
Placeholder. Yeah, all right.
And do we really need to see the Mercedes logo? It's like we're giving them,
I mean, that was in the morning.
publicity.
That's the last Saturday I spent going house hunting with you, okay? The last,
Okay, so if we don't find anything, we'll just stay living here among the apartment cockroaches. Hmm?
Did you catch that?
Hmm?
Listen to him.
The cockroaches?
No,
Dios mío, Pablo.
watch. Listen carefully.
I mean, that was in the morning, you. That's the last Saturday I spent going house hunting with you, okay? The last one I'm sacrificing.
Okay, so if we don't find anything, we'll just stay living here among the apartment cockroaches. Hmm? Dios mío, Pablo.
Hold on,
And lack of faith. We're gonna
I
get-
think Red's dialogue is a little too fast.
hold on.
I mean, that was in the morning, you.
Hold
Going house hunting with you, okay? The last one I'm
Wait,
sacrificing.
what was that? Hold on,
I mean, that was in the morning, you. That's the last Saturday I spent.
hold on.
Basically saying, Mamita, listen, Mamita Maria, listen, I'm warning you.
I mean, that was in the morning, you. That's the last Saturday I spent going house hunting with you, okay? The last one I'm sacrificing.
Okay, so if we don't find anything, we'll just stay living.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Did you hear there's like some, do you hear it, Rami?
I'm not sure if it's the audio
Can you
that's
tell us what
lagging
it is
or
that
if
you're
there's a
looking for so we know what to look
Like
for?
a radio, it's like a radio thing. It's like a bad audio capture.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's from. Let me listen to that part from my end real quick.
Fighting.
Okay, so if we don't find anything, we'll just stay living here among the apartment cockroaches. Hmm? Dios mío, Pablo, a 3-2.
No, hold on. Let me see if I can pick it up here.
I mean, that was in the morning, you. That's the last Saturday I spent going house hunting with you, okay? The last one I'm sacrificing.
Okay, so if we don't find anything, we'll just
You heard it?
Yeah, but I think it's let me listen to it here because I got the video open on my screen.
So it's at the 120.
Hold on.
The last Saturday I spent going house hunting with you, okay? The last one I'm sacrificing.
Okay, so if we don't find anything, we'll just stay living here among the apartment cockroaches.
Yeah, right on the cockroaches, there's an interference of audio.
So if we don't find anything, we'll just stay living here among the apartment cockroaches. Hmm?
No, hold on.
Spent going house hunting with you, okay? The last one I'm sacrificing.
Okay, so if we don't find anything, we'll just stay living here among the apartment cockroaches. Hmm?
I mean, that was in the morning, you. That's the last Saturday I spent going house hunting with you, okay? The last one I'm sacrificing.
Okay, so if we don't find anything, we'll just stay living here among the apartment cockroaches.
No, it's a playback in Zoom.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I didn't hear the coffee, the kettle pot hiss or do the sound. So it's something in your audio settings and
I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it as that. But I'm on it.
I listened to it 4 times looking for the radio thing and it's not there.
All right, let me.
Stay living here among the apartment cockroaches. Hmm? Dios mío, Pablo, a 3-2 in Hialeah for only $1.
Mate, can't you tell that's fake?
What do you mean?
Doesn't even have a phone number on it.
Okay, but it still could be real. Remember, you just need to have a little faith.
Mate, the fact that it's in Hialeah tells me that it's fake.
Okay, but you said this is the last Saturday that you go do this with me, so
I know what I said. All right, but listen, this is the last one. No more. No more.
okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so I like that they're gonna do this cut where there's a little bit of going through the city and all that stuff. However, I have a better idea, which is to stretch that by a little bit more and having your car waiting at one point in front of a train, a passing train.
Okay,
You know
So,
you're gonna report that, right?
no, I know it's gotta be recorded, but I'm saying, I think this,
Bother getting permits from the city and all that fun stuff if you want to do it the right way.
no, I mean, we
a
just got
quick take though.
the train. I'm gonna put here 1 minute, no, this is 2 minute 14 second. In this transition, it would be ideal, if possible, to show the car at one point waiting in front of a train that's passing by.
Capturing the train passing by. That would be the.
Shouldn't be that hard. You just go to the back of the house and record the train passing every 30 seconds. And then just do a cut of the car on the road. We can do that. I mean, you can probably get away with that.
I'll put it there, and you guys can tweak that final comment before it's submitted. Hold on a second.
Big deal. I think a bug crawled in my ear last night.
I thought, I thought that shot would show more of the truck. It's a little
What,
bit-
you want to be more open?
I thought it would be a little bit more open. Yeah.
By the way, what happened to the truck? Was it what I told you it was? The battery rack?
It was the battery.
Okay. Brian can't be wrong all the
Also,
time.
on this one, they pull up. This is the take where they pull up really fast, and I recall you mentioning that made it seem which they could be following a GPS, but that made it seem like they knew exactly where they were going, because they just pulled up to the house. We have another take where they're going a little bit slower and they're like looking house by house, and then they're like, "Oh, look, it's here," and then they pull up.
That actually looks like it. That sounds like it would fit better. Use the take where they're looking for the house.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do that. 2.25 minute mark.
12 extra seconds. So it'll probably start hitting the 1640.
Go back. Two-minute 19 second. 19 second mark. The car should be shown driving up to the house, more tentative, as if they are searching for the house rather than absolutely knowing where they are going. Probably part of it is that they're trying to rush how much time this movie is. They're trying to get to different points faster, you know?
Do you see what I mean?
You should have said what she said inside the car.
What? What do you mean? All I see is a nice
A
house
little
with
bit
a
what they
nice
see
car.
actually.
If this was for real, this place would be crawling with other idiots like us.
Well, maybe you're wrong. Okay, come on, let's go.
Never wrong, by the way.
I don't like that he's preparing himself. He should be more of a surprise. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I don't know how much B-roll they have of him inside the house prior to that knock to utilize. But I thought we were gonna see him for the first time when he was opening the door, not necessarily.
Getting ready.
Yeah,
This part this part looks like he's preparing to attend a wedding.
Just put the comment, delete the scene where he's getting ready to, when he's getting dressed before he opens the door. It's a lot easier instead of writing your perception of what you think.
Our first scene, our first look at him,
Should be when he opens the door.
when he opens the door. Okay,
He's getting ready for quinceañera. Get it? Never mind.
Buena,
Hola, señor. Estamos usando
la
la...
casa del dólar. ¿Quién puede creer eso, verdad?
Eso es lo que yo le estaba diciendo. Discúlpame.
No, 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 un momento, ¿a dónde va? ¿Verdad? Estoy vendiendo mi hogar por $1. Mi nombre es Filo Maldonado. Pero pasen, pasen, por favor, para que descubran la casa. Vengan.
there should be like a longer,
Yeah.
his facial expression is very significant to that, and if you miss it,
yeah.
You should take it all the way to where he closes the door. Extend the scene till he closes the door. See more of a facial expression.
No. You kind of have it, but it's kind of like too fast.
yeah.
This is the one scene in the film that was not fully to my liking in terms of what we captured. And that was because I wanted them to inspect more of the house, not just the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. I wanted them to look at the rooms. So this scene feels rushed to me. They slowed it down a bit. Thank God that he did that, you know. And I like that.
I mean, you don't want it's not a real estate video tour, man. We just
No, because it shows that they're looking at, they're really inspecting, like, why is this house a dollar house? So, you know, they would look at it more thoroughly. Ironically, but anyways,
Bueno, ¿qué les parece la casa?
I don't know if there's a way of, see, that's already.
No, no me gusta. No me encanta.
Uy,
Es un sueño, Filo, de verdad. ¿Dónde firmamos?
un momentito. Toda la casa es suya. Pero hay una pequeña condición, un detallito.
Claro.
Ujú, ¿cuál es? Bueno, ese clavito que está ahí, es
I was gonna ask, why is this? Why
Shading different.
does the Clavito have a different shade. Just,
Don't write that. That's all gonna go into the coloring.
yeah, not sure if this is, not sure.
Remember, we're looking at a colorized version, so it's all gonna get fixed in post. Don't look at that. Don't even worry about the colors. I changed the color on it so it would be for our viewing advantage. So don't. No sé ni para qué digo lo que digo.
No, it's fine. I'm hearing, I heard everything you said.
Don't, because if you put that there's a shade or a coloring in there, he's gonna know that we did something to it because he's gonna be like, I didn't put anything on it.
No, I think
I
his,
don't know what you're
different. I think his has a different shade.
right. Because
No, he does have a, it does have a shade thing in his.
Yeah, it just looks darker, like
Yeah.
from that angle.
Okay. Also, a little bit earlier, you don't really see him with papers there. You should be able to see the papers. This scene feels rushed. Like they got there a minute and he's like, "You like it? You're signing? Bye." You know, it feels. This is the part that I have a problem with.
No me encanta.
Es un sueño, Filo, de verdad.
Let me put here 4-minute 3 mark. Is there any way to stretch this scene so it doesn't feel so quick between them arriving and automatically making a decision to buy the house? This, as I expressed on set, this scene feels very rushed in pacing. Okay.
Told you to have a little bit of faith.
Sorry, Bushidina. You're always right. Bueno, ¿qué les parece la casa? ¿Eh? No, no nos gusta. No me encanta.
Es un sueño, Filo, de verdad. ¿Dónde firmamos?
Un momento, un momento.
In this part, we should see him.
is there any footage of him with a document in his hand? Because that means re-recording that as well. Keep that in mind. It's not AI generated.
Yeah.
When they were walking in, when they first arrived, were there papers? There were not visible papers on the counter or on the table, correct?
Let me
Do you
see.
back up real quick and see?
Oh, hold on a second. Yeah,
There is.
Yeah, no, there is.
So you may just be able to get away with that.
Yeah, so they're already kind of like open, laid out.
yeah, but it would be good, but it's not so obvious, so it would be good to be able to show them.
No, un detallito, claro. ¿Cuál es? Pues, ese clavito que está ahí es mío. Y lo puedo visitar cuando quiera.
Eso es todo.
Eso es todo.
Bueno, Filo, trato hecho.
Trato hecho.
That seems very rushed. And that was because they didn't choose to put something that I told them to. and I don't think we recorded it, which was after
Yes.
they did that, I had wanted them to have a moment of some words between them to show how much more complicit they were in trying to get this from this guy who's crazy. And instead they do a very quick, like, let's just get it. Okay, we got it. Bye. See you later. You know what I mean? Some of that is missing. Anyways, it's a finer point, but I wish we would stretch that scene a little bit more. This is the one of the weakest
Hello?
points. Huh?
No, nada, aquí estaba chequeando algo.
I don't know.
I mean, it makes it seem like Fito's just capitalizing on their emotional
Amigo,
impulse of
Lo he hecho.
that's stupid.
Well, there's a scene of her setting the paper, so I don't know if you really need that other scene of him with the papers in his hand. You really don't need that, in my opinion.
Right.
So you might be able to take that comment out and instead of having him walk around with the papers.
And I'm gonna put here, assuming I'm assuming that there will be strong baseball announcer sound in the background
Manny, don't worry about the audio, folks.
throughout until the moment that Speedo comes in the house and passes through the second that couple are watching him from afar. Baseball, action, sound.
Part
like-
of realization is the Foley's.
Yeah,
We-
sound continuity.
He knows that he's gonna add that in there. It's not like he's watching the TV on mute.
Right.
So don't worry about the audio right now. Let's also worry about the visuals. Cesar is very well aware that it's gonna have to have the ambient sounds and everything in there. So
All right. No, I know. I'm just putting it. I'm just putting it.
okay.
I'm overall I'm satisfied with how the couple acted, by the way.
What?
What do you think, Rami?
What was that?
That overall I'm the couple did everybody did a satisfactory acting.
Yeah, there was a well balanced dynamic
I-
between all three of them
I think
specifically.
I think it worked out, to be honest with you. I know we know the behind the scenes stuff. That's not Bex, right? I mean, that's not Heineken.
No, it's made to look like if it is, but it says it's a different label.
And that's one of the things I was gonna call it. The sound. We had a different beating up sound. The knock
You gotta make it sound like the police is coming in.
is more boom, boom, boom. Is fast and more boom, boom, boom. Abrupt than what I'm hearing here. Okay.
Not the stuff, but never mind.
The old man is here.
Oh,
I'm watching the game, but can you hang up?
Hola, Filo. ¡Qué sorpresa!
¿Todo bien? ¿Feliz?
Sí, es espectacular. Estamos muy contentos con nuestro hogar.
Es que estaba pescando y me vino a la mente el clavito y me dio una ansiedad por venirlo a ver.
Oh, sí,
By the way, we're gonna have to subtitle all the parts where. Let me just put it
That
here.
was. We're going to be subtitling the parts where she's
Yeah, we have
speaking.
the subtitle.
Ha. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Got to make sure that the captions, if somebody's watching it on mute, don't overlap over what she's being translated. Hopefully,
Right.
or just simply translate to one language completely.
Clavito, sí.
Yeah.
¿Está esperando? Entra, entra, sí.
Con permiso,
Sí,
con
sí.
permiso.
Oh, I feel. Whoa, what's that?
Ah, Clavito, Clavito, estás en tu espíritu, tu alma, mi alma está tranquila, tu espíritu feliz, y tú en tu mundo en paz. Ta, 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 ta. Ah, ¿cómo te tratan esta gente? ¿Te están tratando bien? Oh.
You think he's a santero? No, he's a strange bird for sure. First he sells his house for $1, now this.
Ya terminé. Ya terminé. Arriba, sí.
Dios, Filo.
Ay,
Que
Filo.
tengas un lindo día.
What is wrong with this guy? He's special.
I feel like. Why?
You know what's here though? Go real quick to that
Why
to
is
that night.
nail so strangely lit?
It's night. It's kind of representing that it's
No,
night.
yeah, but there should have been for and I'm following even their own guidelines. The car should have been there on that B-roll tape
Uh,
Continuity.
because there's the could you see the left corner window? Let me see that.
hold on.
Yeah, right there. Because what they're trying to show is that it's them sleeping in the house, but their vehicle should have been parked right outside. So they did that B-roll take when the vehicle wasn't there.
No, it's okay. Nobody will notice that.
Maybe they parked in the front
Yeah, true.
yard.
Dude, it's 3 in the morning.
You must be drunk.
That's night. Oh, Filo, qué demonio.
Lo siento, pero estaba en el vecindario y no pude resistir de venir a ver mis clavitos.
Filo, son las 3 de la mañana.
Bueno, lo siento, pero el problema es que tengo que verlos.
Filo, it's fine. Pero por favor, que no se repita la visita.
Bueno, es que es irresistible, ¿sabes? Tengo que ver mis clavitos. Si tú estás en mi lugar, tú hubieras hecho lo mismo.
I regret life. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
But we didn't hear
What was
you.
that?
No, why the red light?
It's not red. Manny, it needs to be colorized. That's all. Do not write comments about colorization.
All right. All right.
Although, to make a case for the red, it kind of gives you a little bit of a foreshadowing on how bad things are going to get. You see, there's no red.
Yeah, it was just the setting in that camera that it just captures that when it has to all be balanced out.
Right. He looks like such a freaking sociopath.
Here we go.
It's an 80s party, but is it like
Looks good.
We're gonna, I wonder if with the sound, we have enough good stuff there. I guess it could be raised, right?
yes, Manny? Everything sound related.
Would it be a housewarming party without a little celebration cake from Lucila's?
Well, that is so sweet of you. Take-
Oh.
You like it?
Oh,
How are you? What's
Those
up?
sounds,
How are you?
You hear those sounds? That's from there.
Incredible, right? Let's talk
I
about
hear you.
the century. Sometimes you might just stop.
You heard those sounds, right? Those are not my Zoom. That I know for a fact is on set.
Wait, let me listen to it here.
Oh,
You heard it?
Hold on, let me listen to it here. Stay quiet for a second. Because the audio from the Zoom, sometimes if somebody's got speakers,
Oh,
it's gonna
that's not audio from the Zoom.
hold on. ¿Puedo escucharlo?
Static pops. The audio.
Hold on.
Are you listening to it on yours or you want me to put?
I'm listening to it on mine. Hold on. See, I'm sure you heard like a 13 Delta take. Yeah, that audio is not gonna be there.
All right.
How are you? What's up? How are you? This is incredible. Let's talk about the steal of the century. Wow. Sometimes you might just stop.
Barney, can you pause it for a second? Jeez, I'm trying to tell you. Let me listen to it here. Because the popping that you're hearing at that after that Delta whatever is the crumbling of the things that he's putting up on the wall.
Mm,
Let me see. Hold on.
They're so cool. I'm glad we got these decorations.
Yeah, that popping is from.
Oh, shoot, the first ones are
I
here.
just put it there anyway. They can verify what you're saying.
would it be a housewarming party without a little celebration cake from Lucila's?
Well, that is so sweet of you. Okay, come on.
Yeah, it's all audio post production, so don't freak out. It's gonna get fixed with a compressor and a limiter and some tweaking. Nothing major.
Okay.
Can be salvaged.
The movie is very well shot, right?
Okay, now here, this is a very important part right here, which that right there, that there was only one scene, well, two, but for continuity, that cup right there that was handed, Vivian is holding an orange cup. When she goes outside, now she has a blue cup.
It's mine. Nobody will notice.
Right.
Maybe she picked up another drink.
Gracias.
I'll handle it. Mira, dilo.
Estamos en el medio de una fiesta muy íntima. ¿Por qué no vienes en otro momento?
Yo no puedo venir en otro momento. Yo quiero ver mi Clavito ahora mismo, urgentemente.
Tilo, entiéndeme. Tu Clavito está allí, tranquilo, como lo dejaste. Nada le pasará. Regresa mañana.
La que no entiende eres tú. Lo que me estás pidiendo es imposible. Yo quiero ver mi Clavito ahora mismo.
I love that part. Really. That's- So in this scene,
You really had to bring out your guitar? How petty of you.
in this scene, I want to see his hand. So in the 11:52 mark, I want to see him a little bit more, a little further back.
Well, we could capture a little bit more reactions here too. And at the end, they cut it with him instead of we don't capture where Vivian drops the cup.
Oh yeah. A little further, a little wider. To more completely show his clenched fist. But it may also be good to show him with his full body, which includes his skinny bone legs, and could be comically interesting as well.
Yeah, because you can't really make out the entire like hold stand that he had.
Yeah.
But do we have that in the can or where is it?
We definitely shot it.
Okay. 'Cause I mean, I wasn't there for that, so I don't know.
Yeah,
what-
I wasn't on the monitor side, so I don't know how much of a close up they had in the actual frame.
I would actually have it a three layer
So
shot.
here, 11:55 mark. I thought we
Yeah.
were showing her dropping her cup to end the scene.
I would do it like in a 3-cut zoom.
Oh, that's
Okay.
like,
I would have like full body, then mid body, then straight up to his face, and then her hitting the cup hitting the floor. I think it would make for a more dramatic shot.
uh-huh. Edit to end the scene, her drop, and then his
Bueno, me callo.
hold on, and then his expression shown here to end the scene, which is a good one. Okay. All right. Oh, accidentally. 11:54. Where's it at? 11:55. Here's a little bit dark,
I don't. What's this scene for?
huh?
What is this for? What's
I don't know why. 12:03.
Yeah, they're kind of making like transition scenes there, but I think that
What?
they're not including a lot of smaller details shots that we did have. which just gives it feels a little rushed.
What is the significance of this
I don't know.
nail? All these different nails.
I don't know.
Ho, ho, ho!
And we have other door opening takes, so we could go like back and forth between the opening of the door and him showing up, which they just did Vivian
They didn't, they did the
and
couple
Alex.
at the door.
No, they didn't include that one.
They never got the other people opening the door.
Yeah, we both did. Vilma and myself both opened the door, and they didn't include. So we could have like Vivian could open the door, and we could have Philo. Then we could have another person open the door. We could have Philo again. We could have another person open the door, and Philo again. They put the lights in the background.
Babe, I've got the chicken.
And I've got the wine.
So everything is super special for us tonight.
Ooh, I mean, you didn't have to, babe. I told you that I was gonna take us out for our 5th anniversary.
I know, but I was at work today and I was just thinking, mi Pablito deserves something so special for our anniversary.
Yeah.
So I made a home cooked meal to show my appreciation, babe.
If that's what dinner looks like, I'm assuming you have something very big planned for
Oh.
dessert.
Don't even worry about it.
Well,
Oh my God, that was like right here.
don't focus out there. I'm right here. We'll get back to that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Jealous.
That's it.
Babe, babe, oh my.
Buenas
No te
noches.
digas buenas nada. Este jueguito tuyo se acabó aquí y ahora. Esta semana vengo todos los días a ver tu Clavito.
Pero de acuerdo al contrato, el Clavito está dentro de la casa y yo puedo visitarlo cada vez que yo quiera. Y si no te gusta, pues léete el contrato.
No voy a leer nada. ¿Oíste? Se acabó este jueguito. No te permito que entres.
Lamentablemente, eso no es lo que estipula el contrato.
Pablo, technically he's right. We signed up for this. Just let him in.
Muchas gracias. Y perdonen la molestia. Amigo. Oh, estás en tu huequito.
Oye, viejo, que te olvidó la capa de agua.
Señor Maldonado, y viejo a mucha honra, esa capa va a estar ahí para cuidar a mi Clavito.
Pues yo no lo permito, ¿ok? Eres un descarado, ¿oíste?
Señorita, our agreement is very clear. I can do with my little nail whatever I please. It remains my property. You should pay attention of what you signed in that contract.
Wait a second. You speak English?
Of course. How do you think I got my citizenship? Excuse me? And thank you.
Look at a little bit of, you see that? Hold on. You see a little bit, hold on.
You speak English? Of course. How do you think I got my citizenship? Excuse me? And thank you.
What are we looking for?
Uh, 15-minute 47 mark. Some green flare appears.
Manny, again, this is colorization. Don't worry about the green flare. There's no the green flare is from the lens flare.
Yeah,
The lens look. It's the anamorphic look. It's kind of like it's a lens flare. Stop freaking out over it. Don't even write a comment about that.
you sure?
Yes,
All right.
it's a lens flare. It's not a problem with the lighting. That's because he's trying to do a focus pull from the depth of field from where they're at into him. So you might have a couple of lens flare effects. That's normal. It happens regularly.
So
No,
here,
Yeah.
here they set up this scene incorrectly because there should have been a knock, and it should have been like if the couple was coming from inside of the house towards the door, and you're expecting to see Philo again. But then when you open the door, it's
And this
actually
scene-
this couple
in this scene, we should see the door.
from the inside and hear the knock.
In fact, a new couple shows up on the other side of the door. Could be the surprise. This scene is completely incorrect. Here.
Buenas.
Buenas, señor. Disculpa la molestia. Esta es la casa
La
del...
casa del dólar. ¿Quién puede creer eso, verdad? Bueno, mi nombre es Filo Maldonado. Pero claro que es verdad. Ok, pasen, pasen para que
That
disfruten
scene is
su
very-
nuevo hogar.
The pacing of this scene is a little bit off.
I don't like the way that it finishes.
No, it's too fast.
It's not so much that it's too fast. I think, in my opinion, he should have broken the fourth wall, looked at the camera, kind of given like an evil grin.
He is. He's doing it here.
Oh, he's not doing it here. He's looking everywhere else but looking at the camera.
Yeah,
He's
but
just,
it's. I see it as he's looking at us.
no, he's not looking at us at all. That's not the fourth wall.
I mean, he is kind of looking at us. It is.
More of it should be more like he looks around and looks at you and go like, and kind of like, no, el próximo grupo de incauto, and then closes the door behind them.
So let me put here that this door opens very fast.
It's like, here comes the next bunch. Makes you wonder how he makes his money by suing all these people and taking everything from them.
Mm.
Because I mean, he's going through months of having the house for $1. Is the house paid for in full, or
Yeah, it has to be. That's what I would, I mean, interpret.
1 second.
Buenas.
Buena, señor, disculpa la molestia. Esta es la casa
La
del...
casa del dólar. ¿Quién puede creer eso, verdad? Mi nombre es Filo Maldonado. Claro que es verdad. Ok, pasen, pasen para que disfruten su nuevo hogar.
he looks anywhere but the camera, and then his face is like angry, like he's
No, he looks like somebody is about to eat something. He's about to like.
that's
have
not the
some-
vibe from it. It looks like he's like about to like
I,
murder the.
I think it looks like he's about to murder them. What about you, Rami? What do you think?
Yeah, it makes you feel like it's with bad intention almost. So
Right,
he's just
Because we have as a frame of reference right before this the other one where he showed similar eyes and so I think it's very clear.
I would have done it differently, but that's my opinion.
I don't think we have that footage. I mean, I do see your point, and it would have definitely maybe had a
Because he's definitely having too much fun doing this shit to torture people. He enjoys this. So
yeah, like that cynical that cynical
here we go again.
aspect.
You know, I'm gonna fuck
Yeah,
these.
yeah.
I'm enjoying every minute of it.
All right. I think we have all of our comments there. Now the big question is, guys, the part that I've been struggling the most with, which is they're asking us for guidance on the sound and music. Sound and music. Who wants to take a stab at that?
Yeah, I could definitely go ahead and put a couple of the things that they don't want to give us access to their library. So
No,
like
but
we could
I
give
think
you
I think they're saying, Rami, sorry to interrupt you, Rami.
Yeah.
I think they're saying that
Do they have a library?
no, I think they're saying that they can mimic it if we just tell them what we're looking
yeah,
for.
something similar.
So my question is, what kind of sound does it have? Does it have like an organ, like a weird organ? Like what's the sound of the film? Uh, it's got to have some sort of feel to it.
Yeah, we'll have to pull up maybe just save a couple of clips and send that your way so you could reference.
Yeah, but remember, okay, now let's watch the movie in fast forward, but like now more from a sound perspective, right? So let's look at the sound. So here,
Oh,
hold on, let me tell Angela something. Hold on, guys. The Vista poster was done by Hiram. So guys, gentlemen,
Sir,
all right, let's look at the music and sound. Where is Efrain, bro? Where is Efrain?
I'll be back.
Whoa. I don't know how to the sound part. For some reason, my mind is not able to think of the sound.
I have like the thing is that when you describe certain instruments or sound, it might everyone's perception could be imagination a little different. So
I wonder, like, for example, do we think of a movie like um Lights Out? Is it Lights Out? Like if
like
we
the football movie,
huh?
Friday Lights Out.
What's
That's the
that?
only Lights Out that comes to mind.
I mean, this is more along the lines of a horror film.
Yeah, I would like more suspenseful, but not necessarily to the like a horror, but something that resembles a similar, so like a synthesized almost type of sound. So like I would just have to get like references because it's hard to really put into words the how it actually sounds.
So, do you want to take a stab
Yeah.
at sound designing? You know, draft sound designing, and
Yeah, I'll try
and
to
what
download some clips. If not, I'll just record the audio from like a couple of.
record the audio and put it alongside a couple of moments.
Okay.
Where's Efrain, bro? Efrain, come on.
Back.
Getting his coffee.
No, no, no. I had to do something else around the house.
Oh,
Efrain, I think you and Rami, I invite you both to take a stab at the sound design for this. Let me just give you my general thoughts, and then you guys take it away, and we can do a. So here's what I recommend as a next step, Rami, just to
yeah.
keep things flowing. Send all of these comments to them and tell them that the next part of what we're sending them today, later today, are the music and sound design notes. Okay,
Okay.
let's do that so we keep this flowing for them. And there's, and that's not slowed down. All right. Then you and Efrain, you could do it together or you could do it separate, should take a stab at proposing the soundscape of this freaking film. Some parts I recommend perhaps don't have any sound except what you're seeing
Right.
and hearing. Very much like old Twilight Zone episodes where there are parts where you're just seeing and hearing the raw acting, right, of the film, and you're not hearing any sound. But there's many different ways that we can go about this. So I just don't think that this should have like necessarily sound throughout every part of it, except for the obvious moments, right? The obvious moments are the 80s. So I already gave an indication that it should be something along the lines of new wave music. So a new wave music party, if you will.
Okay.
That's what I recommend for that part. So it's not rock.
Freestyle.
No, not freestyle. I would say new wave.
I have a Frankensteiner guitar. Okay. You see the contradiction behind that? You got to think maybe something the lines of Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, something more pop, maybe The Police. Use that as a reference. Because I mean, if you're gonna use new wave, there's all synths. You should have been putting a keyboard then.
Yeah, but I mean it's an 80s party and they're just playing around. They're just taking photos with it. So
Okay.
we don't have to be literal that the guitar should be like heavy metal. It's just like an 80s party, and that's a iconic 80s guitar. So I
Listen, like, and if you're gonna, you don't air guitar to freaking New Order. You air guitar to Van Halen.
I could see Come On Eileen as a frame of reference. Or
Party
big
song, bro.
or
Maybe,
big,
I don't know.
in a big country. But they are dancing a little bit, so
That's
I
what
would
I'm saying. We got to go more with Madonna, something more pop, something Cyndi Lauper, like "Girls Want to Have Fun," something in the lines of Madonna.
I'm not worried about it, guys. I'll let you guys handle it. If you guys feel that between the two musicologists that you both are,
Don't feel like that we should be stereotypical Latino in a lot of the scenes
no,
where there's
this is not necessarily Latino
no,
thing.
no, no. But since the whole thing takes place in Miami, Hialeah, doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna go cubanazo.
No, no.
No, no. I mean, I just don't want.
I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear any
Stereotypical.
tropical music. I don't want to hear reggaeton. I don't want to hear any of that. These people, I don't want to hear any of that music. This is not. Yeah, I don't want to hear it here for sure.
Benny, in the words of Joe Dirt, it's not what you want; it's what the consumer wants. So think that we,
Makes sense in the scene.
huh?
It has to make sense.
Oh no, yeah, for that one scene, yes, but for the rest of the musicalization of the
Oh, no, no.
there's parts in which we need to keep it fresh when it comes to sound. I don't mean necessarily when we play something like when they're doing the cuts in the Miami scenes and going back and forth in the Miami, not necessarily go with like un punto fijo o algo like un cubaneo o algo así, but maybe something like what we use for the BDS, like a really moved up, upbeat Guantanamera version that was like kind of interesting. It has a tropical, like not even cubaton, but not boring, typical, stereotypical sounds. You know what I mean? Let me sort it out with Rami.
I don't want to hear any Latino sounds. None. This should be, if anything, a brooding sound in some parts, and it should be the 80s party, and that's it. Don't make this feel like it's a Latino shot.
Drones. There's got to be, because drones build tension. And if you want to go into some whimsical, foley's that it can, give accent to some of the scenes, that could also work. I do sound. Trust me on that.
All right. I love that you just said that. I do sound. So I'm gonna assign you to anchor the comments about sound. Okay. I'm just gonna give you my direction right now.
Yes, got it.
Don't want to hear any tropical or Latino type sounds. Period. The 80s party could be whatever. Give me 2 or 3 options, or give them 2 or 3 options that could fit with that. Go for it. I would also pay attention to the fact that this is a fantasy horror type film. That nail is what's called the monster in the house, right? Although you could say a viejo is the monster in the house. So that nail is a mysterious thing. So if there's a mystery type sound that somehow is incorporated, or there's some sort of sound, I haven't seen horror. It's funny. I see horror film. I've seen more horror films than I ever cared to because of my wife.
Ambientalization of the music.
Involuntary viewing of horror movies. But take a stab at it. Take a stab at that with Rame, and you guys handle the comments about sound to them. Okay, it doesn't. And here's the really third most important point: do not feel like every part of this movie should have any sounds per se. Obviously, if there isn't a person in the scene, it should probably have some sound, right? Some background sound, like if you like that scene where you see the moon and then the nail going into the bedroom, there should be some ambient sound of some sort. So that we do need. But now I would tell them, we just sent you. I don't know how you do it with that whatever thing, but there's probably a different color for sound notes. I would send them a sound notes version that you guys work on together. How about that?
See, this is the song that I hear when Ruben is interacting with the clavito. He actually hums part of it, which is amazing. Do you remember it's an old classic, it's a classical piece by Verdi's, it's called the Anvil Chorus from Il Travatore. Hold on. Here. You see where I'm coming with that?
Can't hear it.
Can't hear it. Oh, let me share the link on Zoom.
No,
Go.
there's a way for you to touch your Zoom so that it does it.
Oh, let me see. I gotta go into.
You're the sound guy, bro. You should know all this crap.
I am the sound guy, but I don't do Zoom.
I don't do Zoom. I don't do Zoom.
Oh, let me see.
How do I? Ramen, did you get all the comments that we put on the side?
Yeah, I did. I just went into each one individually because it kind of like expands. So I just grabbed every single one.
Hold on. Audio settings. Okay, let me go into Zoom background. No. Advanced signal processing by Windows Audio Device Driver. Echo cancellation auto.
Give me a second, guys. Hold on a second. Yeah, I think you have a call set up with that guy.
Okay, tell me if you can hear this now.
Copy. You hear like a trumpet?
What?
Is
Hold
that
on.
accurate?
Let me take the automatically adjust volume. So let me just go ahead and send the link through WhatsApp. It's easier.
Yeah.
And put it to minute 9.
Minute 9. Okay, 1 second. Wait, minute 9?
Yeah.
You mean like
I mean, listen
it's
to
only
the when Ruben is humming, he's humming that.
it only goes up to minute 2:42.
No, it's 2:42. I said 1 minute 9.
Ah, 1 minute 9.
Yeah, 1 minute 8, 1 minute 9. That's
Got
what
it,
he's
got it.
humming. If you pay attention, that's he's like not doing that one little part. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
And the name of the song is actually the Anvil Chorus, which is somebody hitting an anvil or somebody hitting a nail. They use that a lot for that kind of whenever they were working on the railroads, a lot of they use a lot of that sound for the footage.
All right, so let me hear it.
I actually send it through WhatsApp, which is faster.
Send the link.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm afraid of even hearing it.
Put it on minute 8. That's he's actually humming that.
You don't need minutes, you have 2 minutes, 2 seconds.
Minute 8. Maybe for that one scene where they're putting all the nails, maybe that would be a good piece of music to put in there. What would be really creepy? Manny, stop. You know what would be really creepy? Alfredo knows how to play the el xilófono and the piano.
Who?
Can you imagine Alfredo Chacon?
Yeah.
I wonder how much he charges to do something that sounds creepy, slow, in this kind of context on the piano and the xilófono. That would sound creepy as fuck.
I don't know. I lesson for me is that I gotta get my game going on understanding the music and sound better of a visualization like this, because I could tell you, I don't know how you guys feel about the film right now, like honestly. How do you feel?
Sure that it's gonna leave you with way more questions than we originally anticipated. It's really hard to understand. Yeah, okay. I think that the audience is gonna grasp the concept that okay, they're looking for a house, the couple, but the El Viejo's dynamic, El Clavito, that kind of leaves you like, what? Everything happens like really fast. It's, it's there's not a lot of explaining, and you kind of just go through the big version into a really condensed that leaves out a lot of information. So I feel that you're kind of like what did como que yeah, you understand the dynamic of what's going on, but at the same time you're like, what? So there's not a lot of like explaining. Think that, that there's a lot of metaphors that might go over people's heads that we internally, because we've already discussed it and we know what el clavito, the significance, but for the general like viewer, I think that there's a lot of things that might go over their head a little bit, especially if it's as rushed as it feels some parts.
What part feels the most rushed?
The house scene, definitely when they arrive, because it's just that I think he's just banking, not monetarily, but he's just capitalizing on the emotional impulse of, yeah, oh my god, we want this deal, we gotta sign it. So that, and then they're immediately in the house, but then it just feels like, and their transition into the house and transition out of the house, there is no transition. It's just like boom, you're in, and boom, you're out. So it was
I
just
think
like I guess
I think
with
that I think the part that feels rushed is when they get to the house and they're not looking all over the house for other signs that this house is really not a dollar house. For an obvious reason. That's the part that I feel is most abrupt. I think some of these other things and the sound is going to make a big difference. So I think the sound is going to super enhance the film. Obviously their encounter with the neighbor with the lady that's selling the house in the beginning should be stretched by a few seconds. Like I think stretching a couple of scenes by a few seconds is going to make it. Oh yeah, hold on, Angela. It's going to make it more complete, but I think that the lack of resolution of the Clavito is actually good for the story because remains a mystery throughout. Why is that Clavito mean anything? And why does his old man care about it? Or is it just that he's an evil dude and he likes doing this crap, which sometimes happens in life. There are some people that just do something because that's what they do.
Of the chaos. I mean, if it wasn't because of that, Jerry Springer wouldn't have had the freaking 25 years on the air. Just the way it is. There's
Yes.
people that feed off of it.
Some people literally feed off of that. Look, if you think about the state of a lot of people, what they do in life to like screw people over, like write gossip magazines and stuff. I wonder what purpose do you have in writing gossip stuff? You know, when you have a gossip magazine for stars.
Vámonos más serios. O sea, desde que se inventó el periodismo, siempre han habido notas amarillas. How many editors did you know that says if it bleeds, it leads? We used to have a newspaper in Puerto Rico called El Vocero, and the first color that they ever used was red. And people would say, if you turn the thing over and squeeze it, you get blood out of it, because that's basically all the news and all the pictures it had. El morbo. Es como, mira, la naturaleza humana, si te lleva a los tiempos de los romanos, they were entertained by slaughter and massacre in the Colosseum. Esa es la naturaleza humana. We rubberneck when we see a car accident. La gente se entretiene con la miseria del mundo. Whether we want to either accept it or not, it's part of reality.
Some people
Sometimes we're
like
by it, other people enjoy it secretly, but they do.
Literally just enjoy giving misery to others. It's the strangest thing. Like Efrain, right? Efrain likes to make us miserable.
Right.
But
it's almost my fault.
I think it's healthy that people don't have like, oh, El Viejo didn't die and the Clavito didn't leave, and it happens over again. The fact that it's happening again makes you say, what the hell? Why is this guy doing this? What does this mean?
Yeah.
That's actually, I think, healthy for the story. I'm not trying to defend the story because I mean some people are gonna hate this movie, or but some people are gonna appreciate it. I do feel that the pacing of some of the scenes is faster than it should be. There should be more moments of pause. More moments of pause would be better for those scenes. And I think that that's my biggest critique of the way that this was shot. Although we may have moments where it can be stretched, and therefore,
Yeah, it's just adding additional complementary scenes within takes within the scene.
Like I wish there's a way that we could make it seem like they went into another room and we just weren't seeing them there as El Viejo's waiting. And maybe that scene was off the camera, right? Off camera, they're in the bathroom. They went somewhere else. They looked at, there's another door that's closing. And then they go to the kitchen and then El Viejo's doing that. And then they say, do you like it? That would make that scene more complete, in my opinion. So that's the scene that I feel is the weakest link of the whole film. I wanted there to be a little bit more time on that finding you're finding the house, but you're really also you're also finding, what do you call it, I'm forgetting my thoughts, guys. I'm sorry. I'm hearing Angela and Alex on the other room. I think a lesson that I've learned from this, and I was already learning it it's just that we were in a hurry. We had to move. And I didn't realize how the pacing was happening with Cesar and these people sometimes. But sometimes a scene just needs to be a little bit slower. And I'm also very efficient in I notice it too, even with Bistay. I go really quickly between different things. I don't stretch it as much as other people do that. I think actually most people stretch it so that it's boring. I stretch it so that it stays on action, 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 action. But really, sometimes you need to pause. You need to slow down.
Right.
You need to slow it down. And one of the things that I heard in I think it was in LA, or actually I saw it somewhere the other day that I noted it, is that you should shoot a scene. You should shoot the scene at the pace that you imagined one time, and then deliberately speed it up, doing the same scene but much faster for a second take, which is really interesting. So it's saying,
Yeah,
you know,
and also like uncomfortable silences and awkward moments also help give the movie a certain gravitas.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, you should, when you get a chance. I'm asking probably a lot because you don't have time to even freaking like sleep. But when you get a chance, I really want you to see that movie Señora Influencer, because the trailer, you get the feeling that it's a comedy, and the movie itself is just, I was like, what did I just watch? Because it was so wild, and it was so tan impredecible. I was like, I enjoyed it, but it was like really, really off the beaten path. And I think that's really more engaging than your traditional. Now, the other one that I saw that was really freaking weird, that was from Chile, was like where Pinochet was supposed to be a freaking vampire, but that
Yeah,
story,
I heard,
that was fucking.
I heard that was weird. So
Oh, that one is weird as. I mean, I watched it for 2 hours, and I literally sat down after I watched it. I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? Because the movie is so weird, and it's a horror movie, and it's just weird as hell. You're like, you come out away from that thing like, I just spent 2 hours of my life watching this. What the hell did I just watch? I mean, apparently Margaret Thatcher is a vampire in this movie too, so it's like, what the hell? But that was the Senora Influencer is more contemporary to what we're doing, and I think you'd get a lot of takeaways from watching that movie and the way it handles social media content, the creators, and psychology in general. I really, really, really encourage you to watch this movie. Harame, if you want to watch it as well, so
Do
you get the feel of.
do you think it has a good feel for sound and music that we could think of for for Clavito?
Definitely, definitely,
All right.
because it's not a Twilight Zone horror film, and it's not an old movie, and it's more relevant to the times.
So
Señora Influencer?
where is it?
Senora Influencer.
Where is it playing?
It's an old movie. It's like 2 years old.
I know, but where is it playing?
Well, I mean, I jacked that online, so it's like I got my underground sources to go watch it. And
Okay,
I'm sure you can.
so Rame, in sum, send these edits to them, okay, on our behalf. Let them know that we want overall our biggest takeaway is it feels like sometimes we're going really fast in some scenes that should be slowed down from, we should deliberately slow them down more for the emotional impact of the moment, and then give them all the detailed notes, and that we're going to send them later today. We will send them our music and sound comments. Okay.
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 Watch first, Senora Influencer, so you can get a more feel of what we want to look for in the audio sound type.
Yeah.
Type. I sent you the link. There's actually somebody posted the whole movie on YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
A lot easier for us. I mean, the way it starts, it's just like.
Seguramente usted, como yo, está atónito.
Okay. Eso es conmigo. Es en vivo el sábado, no sé. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go have lunch with Angela and Alex, who want to get my brain for something. And I think we have a lot of work to do. Fun stuff.
Hey,
Rob,
that's nice.
let me verify something because I think I want you to join tomorrow's meeting. Hold on. Alex. I would like Rami.
Did you get the clip the link too, right?
Yeah, I got it here.
You're gonna be like, what? I mean, the pacing is awkward, is entertaining. It's got a lot of dark humor. I think it might be like a good reference for us to follow through. And
This is all in Spanish?
yes,
Okay.
actually, this movie is from this year, 2024. I thought it was
Okay.
2020. There were reviews for it for like 9 months ago. So it might be. I mean, maybe the guy just posted it this year. I don't know, but still, it's contemporary to what we're doing, and it's all about this lady that has mental issues, and she becomes an influencer.
Hmm.
Yeah, wait till you see it. You'll be like, "What?" And it's so unexpected. That's what I love about the most about the movie, because you're like, yeah, ya sé cómo empieza, ya sé cómo termina, and when you get thrown off by to the side, you're like, what the hell just happened? I mean, it starts with the end, so you get an idea.
Okay.
Now, if you want to see something that has a lot of production crazy value, I remember that movie I told you, Cranked. That thing will give you that movie will give you anxiety because it's so freaking fast paced. You'll be like, wait, what? Wait, slow down, because the whole movie's about the guy that if his heart rate stops, he dies.
That
So
sounds familiar. That plot, the heart rate aspect of it, but that had to have been. I probably watched that a very long time ago. I'm just not coming to mind right now.
literally the guy like he like electrocutes himself. He tries to keep his rate up,
Yeah, that
and
sounds familiar.
really fast paced. And you're like, your heart is going faster just by watching. They really made it a point for you to fall into the dynamic of it. And they actually made 2 of them. See, that one you can buy or rent. Let me see this the trailer for the original one. And the trailer for the second one is just some of the scenes on the second one are like, what did I just watch? Oh, watch it while Manny gets back.
Getting a little ahead of myself.
Was in with some kind of Chinese synthetic. You've got to do something before we go. They gave you the Beijing cocktail. It's cutting off your adrenaline. Stop! You die!
Now, got 1 hour to settle the score. Say goodbye to my girl and go out with a little style. All I have to do is stay alive long enough to make it happen. Just
Rami.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go together with Angela.
Okay.
Well, that's fine. You go to what you can, and Rami and I. So Rami, come by tomorrow. Although you might not need to, you could probably just go straight. I'll leave with you most likely. We're gonna go to Santa Maria.
Okay.
Okay. And we're gonna meet with Carlo Ponce. Maybe his wife will be there. I'm not sure. Okay. All right. That's it.
What time is this?
It's at 1 o'clock.
Copy.
Okay. All right, so do we have our marching orders?
Yes, sir.
By the way, Efrain, I need that Biste video.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, I know you're trying to get into a hurricane, but I'm not gonna let that hurricane hit you.
Thing.
I don't know if you want to watch a Twilight Zone episode or two, but you can just skim through it
For what?
for some sound design ideas or whatever.
You watch Senora Influencer. I already watched Rod Serling's original version and all the other new, late 80s versions of Twilight Zone. I
Okay.
love the one episode where stops the clock and she can't mess with the clock anymore, so she's alone in the world and everything is frozen.
All
You don't
right,
even remember that.
I don't remember right
See?
now. But listen,
You suck.
you guys get going. We'll talk. Efrain, I need some Biste. Bye. Oh, Efrain, hold on a second. I'm sorry. Minor detail. Minor detail.
Minor detail. Watch it to be something major. What?
Yeah. So the two videos, the trailer video with Fidel in Spanish, by the way, and the symphony video. Let me do something real quick before I tell you what I'm about to finish saying to you. Rami, if you want, you can hang up and get going on whatever you have to do.
Okay.
We're
Got
still
it. Ready. See you guys later.
Bye.
recording.
Let me tell you something. Oh yeah, I'll finish. Let me just finish recording here. Hold on.
I was telling Rama about a couple of old movies that the pacing is so intense that it really relays